Hey guys, Chris here from Kite Republic, here today to talk you through the Naish S25 product range.
For this video, we'll look specifically at the S25 Traverse and Traverse Ewan Jaspan Pro model.
With none other than Naish International Team Rider, current Kite Park League World Champ, all-round nice guy, and St Kilda frother, Mr. Ewan Jaspan. Let's get him on the line.
All right, super exciting, Ewan. We are stoked to be introducing a new board into the Naish lineup. I hear there's a decent rider behind the whole theory, shape, testing, and all of that. What can you tell us about the Naish Traverse and the Traverse Ewan Jaspan Pro?
I'm super stoked on this board. It's a project for a little while that I was pushing with Naish, and they kind of gave me a lot of influence, and I made the shape myself, I guess, and worked with Des Walsh, who's a board designer as well, on the whole idea. But it's a whole new board to line up, new shape that we've had in the past. So it's really kind of an all-round board. Where we got the idea from was like a true board sport freeride board. So in kiteboarding, a lot of the time, free riding is kind of seen as a beginner thing, which in a lot of other sports, if you're a free ride surfer or a free ride snowboarder, for example, it's all about like laying out nice carves and stylish grabs and kind of just riding everywhere and making it really fun. So that's where we came in with the Traverse. So we've got a much longer board, still keeping the same width as a normal board, maybe even narrower than a standard kiteboard. So we've got it in three sizes. The 138, which is the smallest size, which is a really small board. Even though it's a 138, you look at it and it looks very small because it's only 41 centimeters wide, and it pulls in even more to the tips. So that's kind of for your really small rider, or I like riding it for big air as well, because it's narrow, you can hold down a lot of power. And then there's the 144 by 42, I think. And then there's a 152 by 43.5, which is what I'm riding for freestyle a lot of the time. And it really just gives you that extra rail for carving to load up. It's a much more progressive, kind of smooth load than, for example, a Monarch, which is a really short, sharp, aggressive load. So for kind of cruising around, carving, doing nice stylish grabs, riding through chop, all that, it is just the all-round kind of really nice, fun, smooth board. So yeah, there's two constructions. There's my one, which is the Ewan Jaspan Pro. It's got a bit of a livelier, springier core, and then the other one's a bit flexier, and it also doesn't have a grind base. So they're the two options. I would recommend, say if you ride a 138 Motion or a 138 Monarch, you'd go to the 144 actually. And if you're riding a 142 before, or you're a bigger rider, start with the 142 as the biggest board that most brands make. We've now got the 152, which is great for bigger riders, or just people who like that big, long rail feeling, which is kind of what I'm after at the moment.
Nice one, and I love the idea that, I mean, we've obviously been watching you over time and your style of riding, and it is that super smooth, super fun, just make everything slowed down and really held. It makes a lot of sense, that free riding, so I'm stoked you've gone that direction on your board. I'm really looking forward to getting him under the feet. Now, for a bigger rider, you mentioned, that was something you said in there, you've obviously got that larger size. Now, in terms of the two models, the standard model or the Ewan Jaspan Pro model, is there much difference in stiffness? And for a bigger rider, what would you be recommending?
Yeah, there is a little bit. My one's slightly stiffer. It's more of like a higher performance construction, and then the other one's more of a cruisier, flexy construction. There's not much difference in the weight. My one's maybe slightly heavier with that extra layer of glass for the stiffness. But for the bigger rider, obviously, if you're a big heavy rider, you're probably going to want to go for the stiffer board, just because you are putting a lot more force through the board. You want that feedback when you push down. You don't want the board to kind of flatten out. But yeah, for the 152, is before most kite brands offer a 142 as their biggest board. that you would realistically ride. A lot of them offer the light wind boards of 150, 160, but they're not exactly the kind of board that you want as your one and only board. So it's definitely given an option for bigger riders to have a performance board now. And yeah, as I said, the difference between the two is mostly just the standard one's a little flexier. That's about it that you'll notice between the two. Graphics are obviously slightly different. I'm obviously going to tell you to buy my one though.
Love it, with good reason as well. Why not? It's got an awesome name on it too. But super psyched to get these in, and I can tell you the demand down here has already been awesome. There's quite a number on back order, and we're very excited to be getting them under people's feet. And it's the board for the 2021 Rangers.
Hey.
Absolutely. That would have been way better if I'd said that, but hey, we can't get it right all the time. So best of luck with the introduction of your new board this year. We have no doubts that it's going to go gangbusters. We're absolutely amped to get on them. And guys, make sure you try the Ewan Jaspan Pro Naish Traverse. Hit us up, kiterepublic.com.au if you would like more. And if you've got questions we can't answer, we promise we'll put you in touch with Ewan, and he will have no issues with getting back to you and making sure you're completely understanding every bit of it. Thank you very much, Ewan.